Okay, it's the next morning. I'm back on the car. Well, it's not morning, it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I finally got back over here. When I opened the radiator up, it was down pretty far, and so I filled it back up all the way. Last night, before I turned it off, I noticed that I turned on the heat on the inside, and it was blowing cold, even though the car was warmed up. And so I didn't think it mattered much with Subarus, but maybe it does with this model. But when you burp the system, make sure your air is turned on full blast on like face and feet, as high as it can go, heat setting, and anyway, to make sure you don't have any bubbles in the line. So I'm just squishing the heater hoses, doing the same thing to burp them as I did with these front radiator hoses. There we go. Sucking it back up. Blowing warm? Cold. Still blowing cold. Go ahead and rev it up. Sorry. Okay, well, blown warm yet? I might have them switch, except that doesn't make sense either. Because I'm grabbing one of them and one of them is hot and the other one is cold. Yeah, so this radiator line, or this line is cold, and this one is hot. That's the most annoying buzzer in the world.
Well, you need to put your seatbelt on.
Yeah. Okay, let's go forward a little bit. Okay. At least it's got heated seats because it's cold.
Yeah, it is cold.
I wonder if this one works here.
The direction?
Yeah. Okay, so first drive with the head gaskets done, we're gonna go see what she can do. Oh my gosh, stuff are gonna roll around all over the place in the backyard.
Yeah, don't drive too crazy.
Well, I need to kind of go a little fast. But burn the gunk out, you know? Whoa.
More touchy than her other car?
Yeah, way more. Yet smoother. Sport mode. This is there's the heat.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think we were going 60. It's a lot quieter than yours.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're going as fast as
And the speedo goes up to 140 instead of 120, and so I'm just like looking at the road and looking at the speedo,
Yeah.
and so instead of being here, it's down here, so I'm not going that fast. It's a lot more, it's a smoother acceleration than yours, obviously, with yours being kind of garbage right now.
Yeah, my transmission is.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is right though, because we are going north. Ooh. See, there's the heat. We just had to drive to get it to heat up.
Yeah. Careful, it's a school.
School bus. The brakes feel funny, but that might just be because it's been sitting for a long time, or it's just because I'm not used to them, or it's because your brakes really actually feel funny, and so these ones actually work, and so I'm not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's one easy way to be able to turn. Don't shut your stop sign until you're ready until you turn. Wow, that's hot, huh?
Yeah, it feels good because I'm cold.
Yeah. Is your seat's on too.
Yeah, my seat's
Birmingham.
just been sitting with the cold air.
Yeah. Now I want to let it idle again and see if it goes cold again. Because if it goes cold again, that means there's an air pocket. But yeah, this is a really nice steering wheel.
Yeah.
Momo.
Yeah, I like this car a lot.
Los pagos eran pequeños y fáciles para ti. Marca 651-2.
I set our presets.
Keep here. Okay, hide.
This is not Birmingham.
Surprise!
call it a Hmong mortuary because that's what Shane calls it.
Oh, no.
Let's keep the new music going on the alternative channel.
that's hot.
Love dropping a go first on you as much as possible. It's Miles the DJ with a phenomenal singer, a phenomenal songwriter from the
Is that her
UK.
ABS?
She is Gabrielle Aiflin. I'll be honest, I was kind of unfamiliar a few weeks ago, but she's got like
That's the ABS and that's
400,000
the
Twitter
power.
followers. Cool record. It's called Miss You.
Shaking.
Low idle, huh? Let me take a look under the hood again.
Something smells funny, but it might just be
It's
something
just
burning
stuff burning off. It's got a really rough idle. It's a really rough idle. Pull out the code reader. System too lean.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Something doesn't have enough fluid?
Yeah, it doesn't have enough gas. Well, not exactly sure what that means, but
I didn't know Honda made pickup trucks.
weird, huh?
Yeah. It's blowing white smoke.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna trust the smoke for a while, just because
So cold.
well, there's so much gunk in it still. Okay, so I just did some research. There's a few options for why it would be running lean and why it would throw that code without actually throwing that code and not throwing any other codes. So it could be the airbox, and that is my suspect because last night, I mean, look at it right there. There's a big gap right here, and so the airbox isn't on right. And so that can be one reason. I also got a can of MAF cleaner because the MAF could be dirty. Besides that, random vacuum leaks, the brake booster, other airbox kinds of leaks, or intake tube leaks. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking at. And also with it idling, if you let it idle for a while, it blows cold air again. So there's still an air pocket in the system somewhere, but I have to wait until it cools down before I can deal with that some more, because if I open it right now, it'll explode on me. So I'm just gonna deal with that real quick. Both of those. Okay, so I just cleaned the MAF. It looked kind of nasty. It had some crumblies on it, but I'm looking at those two, the wires. If they have anything on them, they won't read correctly. And so I sprayed them down from both sides, and it looks a lot better now. It's dried out. So hopefully I can get it to fit in there and seal up properly. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to go. And there's all this crap that's in the way of it. That looks a lot better than it did before. Yeah. Okay. Now, we put this guy in. I think it goes that way.
Filters normally like lock in place?
Yes, they do. That's why I'm just so confused about this one. Okay, that's how it's supposed to sit.
Still looks like it has a little gappy on the side.
You're right, it does, but I think it's sealed. Maybe it's just, maybe that filter won't work. I'll try it again. Maybe we'll just go buy another paper one for $3 and stick it in and see if it has issues. But for now, oh hey, that's cool. Oh hey, there's our problem. So that was pinched in. It was letting in a bunch of air.
Okay.
Pretty certain of that. That's kind of cool. I like that this has this thing though. To keep it on. Handy. But yeah, that is probably also another culprit. I didn't realize how soft this is. It's like real rubber instead of like hard plastic. And so it bends really easy. Yeah. Let's get it on this time without screwing it over.
Run your finger around it, is it?
Yeah, that's where it was before. Yeah, that feels better on both of them. Need to tighten this one up a second. Well, I think that's better. Let me check a couple other little hoses. Good. Another thing, potentially I need a new PCV valve, which is fine because PCV valve is like $8 and it's right there.
How? Oh, yeah. Is it in?
Nope.
Okay, it clicked.
There we go. No codes. It's not idling rough anymore. I guess I need to drive it because it wasn't idling rough before the other time before either, but I'm mostly satisfied though that that was the issue. Either probably a combination of a dirty math and that intake hose being kind of bent over made it run. The two of those combined made it run like crap. Kind of interesting. I would really hesitate to put a cone filter on this with how sensitive it seems it can be. That's weird. And again, this is probably one of the newest Subarus I will ever, I can't say ever own, but would enjoy owning. It has a lot of extra stuff that I don't really want. I just want it to be an engine and I want it to run. So, anyway, let me turn it off. Curious of the battery though, because it has been
Starting just fine.
yeah.
I still think it wouldn't hurt to just replace
Yeah, I mean,
it.
for $70 for a new interstate battery, I'm more than happy to do that. It's kind of shaky.
But I don't think the whole car is shaking like it was
No,
before.
it's
Sit
not
in
how
it.
was.
Yeah, I think that's just normal.
Normal engine shake.
Yeah. Should I turn the video off?
Yeah.